New rules for you SSA baseball. Kids cannot give handshakes, hugs, after home runs, hits. Yes, new official rule. Until further notice.
That's crazy.
So now you can't touch people.
Clay, is there a way that you can move the camera and follow one of us when we talking? I don't have the other camera.
Y'all gonna sit right
I don't want
here.
him coughing on
Yo,
me.
have her over there.
He was just
right
in Harlem.
He rubbing his nose.
Yeah,
And what you think I'm supposed to be like this?
Yeah, I don't have the other
Harlem.
camera. My bad. Yeah, you're right. I just came from Harlem. I said black people can't. You said black people can't get corona.
And I said ain't no more black people in Harlem. So that's really changed.
That's true. That's fucked up.
Hey.
You really in the corner though.
Alright.
Yeah.
Tell
real.
me when we're ready to rock.
This is cancel culture for real, for
I hear
real.
somebody walk in the house, I'd be like, come on, did you wash your hands?
You gotta spray them down.
Oh,
Yeah, I brought this.
Oh,
This is
nice.
from your bathroom.
That was very nice of you, bro.
We're ready. Did you see it? Yeah,
Yo, can I get some?
Yeah.
Please? Don't touch me though. Thank you.
No, I just washed my hands.
Did you see that in Georgia how they got the
Oh shit. Sure.
they got this guy, the people that
And don't use too much of the hand sanitizer
They
because that's what makes the bacteria immune. Like it'll still live on your hands if you use too much
I
like
hate smart people,
antibacterial
yo.
soap.
I really do.
And like hand sanitizer.
I'm using
That's
this
what
to
makes
clean my
them
sneakers.
like immune if you just keep using it.
Oh, so we just wash your hands.
No, you just can't
So
wash like you can't wash your hands too much. That'll just have
Once you
like
change the soap.
it's stupid. Like if you wash your hands too much, the bacteria could still become immune. So it's like either way, you're just shit out of luck.
Right.
It sucks, but
This shit ain't good, man. Yo, can I say something before we start? And I gotta be honest. And I really didn't even want you to post it because, you know what I'm saying? My freestyle from last week was trash. Now, you can't be posting trash. You have to.
Well, step your game up.
No, listen. It was trash.
All right.
I'm usually never trash. That was trash.
What did you take?
You cannot put trash online
You ready for this week?
and misrepresent me.
You ready?
Yeah, I'll be better this week.
All right. We're gonna make this real quick. Pod what?
nothing.
We're gonna make this real quick. The pod. I'm Mark Williams. We're here at Different Lens. To my immediate left, I guess him.
The gambler, the tragic antagonist, man. One step at a time, one day at a time, man. Damn.
And to my right, germaphobe.
We've got Sazul, the intellect.
Where'd you get that one from?
I don't know, I pulled it from out of nowhere.
I'm the anti-coronavirus man.
So we're ready for Corona.
Yeah, we ready?
At any rate, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you guys for viewing, whether YouTube and or that's not YouTube, or listening on Spotify, Anchor, SoundCloud.
We out here. We out here.
Something else I forgot. All the other Google.
We really out here.
Now stay inside. Stay inside.
Obviously, with the current news that we're going through right now, last week JR said something that was kind of controversial, but it turns out we were wrong.
Yeah.
That was a hot take. Last week he said that black people, obviously in jest, it was a joke, black people do not contract coronavirus. As of right now, the NCAA has canceled or fan participation in the upcoming March Madness.
Unprecedented.
They're going to lose a lot of money.
Wow. I mean, Brian Windhorst, NBA insider, was on First Take today, and he said that Lakers-Clippers game, playoff series, was going to generate over $100 million.
God.
Imagine if it runs into that.
And that's what May, June.
Yeah, Jones.
Right.
And I can't imagine how it would be to watch games with no people in the stands. But you know what's funny? My mom always tells me, you're a conspiracy theorist. Not really. Them things are just organic. Look, we're already on the pads, the cell phones. We're already not touching people.
Right,
we're
right.
already not talking face to face.
Right.
Now, they're eliminating people at these events.
So
They're
no
telling
social
you,
interaction.
San Francisco mayor said any gathering over 1,000 people, banned. Any sports venue. So Golden State tomorrow, for the first time ever in their history, will be playing a game with no fans. LeBron
Well, that's not, the old Golden State was like that before. It was horrible.
great point. What we should say is the new Golden State will look like the old Oracle Arena.
Yeah. Yep, and then Joe Barry Carroll
The
days.
Purvis Short.
Purvis Short.
Joe Barry Carroll and Aaron Sleepy Floyd.
Yep.
Before
That era.
them.
That era. But
Yeah.
that's she doesn't know.
I know that shining moment was when he dropped 50, like in the second game of the first round against Magic.
Yeah, that was it. He was done.
He was a beast, though. I love Georgetown.
He was good at Georgia. All right, go ahead. Go back to the
All right.
Oh, my bad. But
So, what was I talking about?
Golden State game not having any fans next week or tomorrow, which is today. By the time we cut this up, edit it.
Yeah, but
Unprecedented.
yeah, it really is. And think about that. Eventually, if they continue to do that, we're just going to get used to it.
Right.
Everybody's just going to adjust. And you're going to be like, remember when fans used to be able to come together? I'm just scared that, once again, we're giving the government too much control. And now with social media, that thing that they call propaganda, which is a very real thing that controls the masses when they're crazy. I really think a lot of this is government propaganda. Maybe I should move the word government and just say propaganda, because it's easy to control.
Right.
As soon as the coronavirus came into effect, you knew the presidential election is over.
It's over. He's saying
Because in a time of strain, in a time of trial and tribulation in the country, they never switch presidents.
Right, they want consistency.
But all this looked created to me, to a large extent. It's another man-made disease going around.
You can tell your mom I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm a firm believer this may be like population control.
Yeah, something. What do you think?
Population
Young butterfly?
I think that if they believe they're using this to keep Trump in office, let's go with yours first.
Oh, okay. She
Then-
knock down our
Yes.
shit.
I just want to say, like, consistency. This is the only time where consistency is not key. He's a dunce cap. Like, what can he really do for us besides say point fingers at who shouldn't be in the country and why not? And then he has all these like bans and travel bans, but now when we need them, everybody's coming in and out from around the corner, behind here, like.
Valid. However, the consistency part comes in that we don't want to change. The news is not focused on him anymore. The news and Biden winning the super election the other day. It's more about Corona. Everything's about Corona.
Everything right now is about that.
So he's like page 4 now.
Diversion.
He's page 4 as opposed to page 1 and the back page. So we don't even forget. We forgot how dunce cappy like he is.
He's going to speak tonight.
God bless us.
Because there were reports that he had contracted the
Yeah,
virus.
he shook money's hand.
Yeah, he shook the hands of 2 men that had congressmen, that had the coronavirus.
Right.
So I haven't heard from Trump in a long time.
Nah, he did a press conference earlier. What was the second point? You had a second point. You're going to try to knock my shit
The
down.
population control, we all know how I feel about.
Shoot.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say about that. I think, obviously, of course, they just keep saying, oh, it's crazy how the low rates of coronavirus in Africa. It's like they were expecting it to hit there so hard.
Right.
Like, why is that? Because you want to take us out. So I do believe in your
All right.
conspiracy.
I'm about to get at you.
They stay
I believe in all that
creating
stuff.
diseases, but one thing you know is that we ain't the ones that's going first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
They done
immune.
tried it so
We're
many
immune
times.
to so
I told
much.
you,
They done tried so many times. We are, impenetrable as far as trying to end our, genetic chain.
They are taking our genes from us.
Yeah.
That's
In
true.
these little tests and swabs, they're taking our genes because they want to be immune to the viruses they're trying to use to kill
I told
us.
you before, Oprah showed, she did a show on a young lady that became like the test tube, like everyone stole, a phenomenon. Forgot her name. She was on HBO. Clay, look that up for me for a second. HBO special that Oprah sponsored, and she basically became the gene for everybody to test out
Which
drugs. and
segues
stuff like that.
into, did you see the picture with Kylie Jenner trying to look like Beyonce?
Yeah.
Everybody went crazy. Like, yo, it's like the Kardashians have just really
It was called After Neverland.
run roughshod over black culture. You know that, right?
After Neverland
The
is that
Kardashians.
Michael Jackson?
The Kardashians.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves with that bullshit.
They run roughshod over black
Oprah
culture.
Winfrey presents After Neverland. Watch the HBO
No.
original documentary.
That is Michael Jackson.
That's on Michael Jackson. Now, what Kylie Jenner
Yes,
do?
it is.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay, I
Oprah
thought
trying
you
to
said
blow up another brother instead of concentrating on a dude that got 23, that got Jordan numbers today.
Oh, he's getting them today. Oh,
he got Jordan numbers.
It's
So what
right
does
now.
that mean?
He got 5 to 29. Harvey.
No, he
Oh.
got MJ numbers.
You got 23?
Yeah.
You got 23 straight?
23 flat.
And his lawyer
the
was
major
like,
charge 20 and on the lesser
with
charge
anger.
3. So in the criminal misconduct and then in third degree rape.
What is that?
First of all,
third degree.
his lawyer is a female. Okay.
Oh, what kind of money she got?
And she's like, oh, it was obscene. And I'm overcome with anger that he got 23 years. Like, it was just like basically saying that it's ridiculous that he could have gotten anything more than.
Well, Bill Cosby feels the same way. He feels he's being bamboozled, run amok, led astray.
Harvey, you got what you deserve, bro.
I mean, come on. It is what it is,
Harvey,
man.
you got what you deserve.
I don't
bro.
care what color you are. When you do stuff like that, that shit is nasty. I
And
don't
a dude
care
like that?
what you are. You could be an alien or whatever. Like, that is not okay.
Right.
Like,
He got away with a lot more than he got.
He just got
You know
caught.
what I'm saying?
He got caught. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He just got caught. Same as the guy supposedly killed himself in that island. What's his name? The white guy. Oh my God. My memory's losing. I'm losing my memory today.
just get your head.
Knock my head on the damn wall. Anyway, we're gonna close out this segment. Clay don't have any information for me on that guy, on that young lady. But different lens. We out of here. Coronavirus. Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. Don't touch me. Don't
Stay
touch
clean.
me. There's nothing happening out here. They canceling everything.
Okay.
They even canceled the damn New York City half-mile marathon.
They did?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Everything's canceled. It doesn't matter.
USC, they can't say they canceled the Ivy League tournament.
Yeah,
the entire.
Yep. People mad as shit. About that.
They didn't even say we're not gonna let fans in. They said you want a regular season this year.
Yo, and you're right.
See you in the
CUNY and SUNY schools, they March 19th.
No, my sister said they just closed.
March 19th. You got to do everything online.
Wow, isn't this crazy?
So what if they got no Wi-Fi?
Nah, and it's a setup.
And then Harvard, they're saying everybody's got to get off campus. So like
Yeah,
all
this
the
is real.
international students, they have nowhere to go because
They gotta
they
stay with their
got
family and
5
friends.
days.
They can't ship their ass out, but they probably can't get to their own
They gotta
country.
stay with family and friends and people they've met, or the school has to provide housing off campus for these kids. It's crazy right now.
It is.
You know, Yeshiva University was actually the first school to do it. It was Division III first round game. Yeshiva against, I forgot what school it was. They played with no fans. That was on March 6th. And now
Sure.
it's going crazy. But understand what's about to happen. We're about to sit down and watch TV. And the game's not going to feel the same.
No crowd interaction. It's gonna be whack.
What I tweet today, I want to see one shining moment without any fan shots.
Just
You
At the
wanna hear
end,
everything. You
one
wanna hear
shining
all the
moment.
speeches.
Wow.
They gonna be showing dudes
Yo.
dunking in empty chairs.
You know what I'm gonna do? When I get time, I'm gonna make a video.
Please.
It's just gonna be all a black screen and just have the music in the black.
One
in the background.
shining moment.
One shining moment. You know,
But you know what's crazy
all
about
right,
this
but we
virus?
close this.
No, yeah, this is it for me.
All right.
But it's like now all of a sudden everybody wants to be clean. Everybody wants to wipe out the shelves with the Clorox wipes and bulk buy. Sis, that dust is from 1979. Like
people were dirty.
Yeah, like you ain't do
people
shit
never washed
20,
their hands before. No.
and he ain't clean under his balls at 30.
Ugh.
I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say some funny shit. But when you go to the gym, when you go to the men's bathroom, I can't speak about the women's bathroom. People use the bathroom. They just walk out.
Yeah, they don't wash their
They
hands
just walk out.
often, and they be at the club too. And then they meet a girl.
And they pass around the bottle.
And all type of
here, you
things
get some
occur.
too, like,
All type of, funguses.
All right, now we seriously out on coronavirus. Everyone be very, very, very safe.
Yeah.
Stay to yourself.
Sanitary.
You gonna end up everyone
Stay to
gonna
yourself.
you're
Don't
gonna be in a
touch
bubble.
nobody.
You're gonna be in a bubble.
Don't do anything. Live in a bubble.
Live in a bubble.
Like that kid.
Back in the
Remember
day,
back
John
in the day,
Travolta
they had to
movie?
live in his alley. They had to live in that bubble.
That's in
He was a real kid.
76.
Yeah.
All right, we're closing.
All right, we're closing out. We out.
Not important. That's
Yes.
not important.
Stay
really
professional.
not.
Stay professional. Stay professional.
Yeah.
It's really not. Oh, nah. Was she mad at it? I know. I just said it to get her mad.
All right, let's go.
She about to flame
like
you in
it.
the
I
next
like it.
segment, man. She about to flame you. Don't say nothing on this segment. She's gonna flame you.
I like when she get mad.
All right, we're back with another installment of A Different Lens.
Different Lens, baby.
I'm Mark Williams. To my left, your right, I
The
have.
gambler get hit different.
And to my right, I have a germaphobe.
Sazzle.
The germaphobe.
We gonna go with the fiery face today.
You just changed your name from
The intellect.
The intellect, aka the fiery face, aka
Yeah, because he got me fired up, so now I'm ready.
AKA I'm light skinned, I'm here to win.
Okay, so now we're going to touch upon on our sports take. We're going to touch upon U.S. soccer. Soccer.
No, it is an interesting.
No, this is a good shit, particularly in Women's History Month. We're going to talk about soccer and how the U.S. soccer men fever and being sued by the U.S. women, saying that they say that the men work harder than the women soccer players. I'm not going to go to you first now. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know that you about to tear the fuck our views up and all that shit.
Nah, I want to hear your opinion, but let me just say this first. U.S. soccer women have been the most successful soccer program in the world the last basically 20 years.
They generate way more money than
the men are terrible.
Yes.
Okay, the men can't even qualify for World Cup, and the men get paid almost twice as much. U.S. women, they threatened to boycott before the last Olympics because this is an ongoing problem with pay equity.
Right.
They're not getting it.
But
and everyone knows the U.S. women, from Mia Hamm to Carly Lloyd to to Megan Sue Bird's chick.
Yep.
You know, all those Megan Rapinoe, they've been saying that the pay is not equal, they deserve equal pay, and they deserve actually to be paid a lot more than the men.
Because they're doing way more than the men.
Always have.
Which means that, so they're saying that the men are doing more physical, strenuous activities than the women.
Yeah, it takes a lot to lose, right? Losing her.
More responsibilities.
More responsibilities.
Let
What's
me
your
just
thoughts on
say
that?
one
Losing.
thing. Like, first of all, let me just start with
The Phoenix. You're the Phoenix now.
this is like, it's crazy to think that men can sit here and talk so much smack and be like, oh yeah, we have so much more stuff to do. Men get a head cold and are laying in the bed crying, dying. I got the coronavirus. Oh my God. Women, they get sick. They're pregnant at the same time. They got to take care of children. Like, there are women that come back from being pregnant, like maybe 9-10 months later, and they're running faster than men. They're like, let me tell you one thing. We're gonna really get into it. Like, being on your period is no joke. That shit hurts. And you gotta play through it, you gotta live through it, you have to do everything through it, leaking through, like, all of that stuff women have to deal with when they're playing a game. And you would never know, like, you would have no idea that a girl is on her period playing through a whole game, playing 37 minutes out of the 40.
Right.
She's dying, but she gotta do what she gotta do.
You're right.
Men twisting ankle just this much, slip on the grass, oh my God, injury, I'm dead. Take me out the game, coach. He hit me.
We don't have nothing to, we're with you. We're with you. So with that being said, are you gonna lie? Okay, here we go. Let the fun begin. So we agree with what she's saying.
You have no choice.
And that the U.S. soccer, they're doing a bad job as far as representing the female athletes, because they're doing just as much, if not more, than their male counterparts.
And it's an ongoing.
And I have a head cold right now. And I'm sick. What you gonna say?
Excuse me?
I have a head cold.
Whoa.
This
You're
one now,
sick.
people coughing out there looking at me. You, what's up? What's up with you?
You're sick.
Go take a seat over there.
All right. You got anything you want to add on this women's soccer? And the lack of equality?
The struggle continues. At least the WNBA got a new collective bargaining agreement. They have improvements in child care and more money. Some players can make up to $500,000 now, which is a lot better than the $40,000 and $50,000 they've been doing, for the past 20 years, 30 years or so, right? Since their inception in like 96, right? 97. So that's a good thing. Also, shout out to Cheryl Miller. They had the Women of Troy documentary last night. I don't know if a lot of people watched it, talking about the USC team of the 80s. Pam, JaVale McGee's mom.
Pam, Paula.
Cynthia Cooper. Who's still the greatest player in WNBA history.
Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, that was later on.
Later, she came next generation.
But the legacy of women in that school and how Cheryl Miller's still the GOAT.
People want to dispute that at some point soon.
I mean, they try to say White Mamba is the GOAT. But to me, I like White Mamba, but I think Candace Parker is just as good as a player. But she's like a Kobe. Not appreciated. They don't like her. She's cocky. she's driven. She does what she wants. They don't put her on an Olympic team because she's the big time, announcer and broadcaster. They're very jealous of Candace Parker.
I would be. I would be.
She's definitely done what she's wanted to do in this game. But
anything you want to add on women's soccer? We out of here. Different Lens, another episode. This one focused on U.S. soccer and their incompetence and not respecting the women athletes that exist today.
Let's not just say the soccer team has incompetence.
No, it's a general problem across the landscape, but we can't always get into. It's easier to talk about it with soccer.
Yeah,
because NBA and WNBA is a lot of intricacies that's involved.
But they're trying.
Who comes to the game, TV money, but women's soccer is clearly superior to men's soccer. And I would say just as many people or more watch the women's soccer team. They're a brand, the U.S. women's soccer team, than the men. So the men are bugging. That's just entitlement and privilege.
That's just the men that run FIBA are men, and they saying that we are better than you guys. That's their thinking, and they're stuck in 1918, 22 or something like that. Hey, Wesley here on person, how you doing? You're watching us on live. We out. Boom, boom, boom.
At the top of young performers that don't
But
have
what we talking
about?
Alexis SKYY.
Yes.
What she do?
Actually,
so
she yawning. We couldn't have.
No, I'm not really sorry.
So the topic on Alexis SKYY is that she's coming out on Love and Hip Hop this season, and she's discussing her story of being sex trafficked for 2 months, and nobody knew this about her, not her family, her grandma, her mom, her dad, or anything. She was missing for like 2 months. And apparently she was sold to the highest bidder, and it was just really bad for her for the whole entire 2 months. And somebody came in and I guess intervened, saved her. I didn't get the full backstory on it because she's obviously waiting for it to come out on the show. But
listen, man, all that may be the case, and I'm not saying that she's lying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying she's lying, but all of this shit seems like a rollout to me. And I could be bugging. Even with the Meg situation, we've been going back and forth. All of this shit is like a rollout to get views on their different pages and their different social medias and the Love and Hip Hop.
It's to bring clout to
all
Love
of
and
a
Hip Hop.
sudden,
She's making her big grand return because she was off the show for a while. So of course she wants people to come back and watch the show. And granted, her story,
but it's like a simple formula now. You know what I mean? It's a pretty simple formula. It's like I got an album.
Come up with some.
You haven't even heard anything about Megan Thee Stallion and Carl Crawford and Jay Prince and the whole and Rock Nation, the whole contract situation ever since the album dropped.
Exactly.
It's like who's the fools here with everything? Alexis SKYY is trying to make her return to TV, like you said. So she said
she's trying to stay hot.
What can I say that's the most sensationalized thing that you can hear?
So
I say I was a victim of sex trafficking, and I'll say. Just crazy shit. I'm trying to be a role model. And
granted, if that is your story, there's no telling her it's not her story. There's no saying that she's lying because nobody really knows. But I just would not want to use that as a way to monetize myself. Like, I have more self-respect for me than to use that as a way to make money and become popular and become a role model.
But attention now is currency now. Yeah, well, who's that?
Go ahead.
Attention now is currency. So they feel that in of itself is going to give them that clout, give them that bumping ratings that they need, bumping rating and that Q rating to get them more fucking people like them. Like, I don't even know until you guys told me about who she was.
Anything go right now. And that's the bad thing. When you're clout chasing, anything goes.
But for her, it is working. Because if you think about it, if you look at our past 3 episodes, we've been talking about Alexis SKYY. Like, for the past 3 weeks, we've been talking about her for different reasons. Yeah, like, she just is knowing how to, like, stay in the spotlight.
Well, it's a game. And if you're dedicated to just strictly staying in the spotlight by any means necessary, once you're in that spotlight, it's not hard. It's not like she's playing chess. She twerking around, showing that fat old ass with the butterfly on it. That's low-hanging fruit right there. Yeah. And that was my point. We were talking about earlier. She has to now transition. If you want to talk about your role model, if you want to give your story about sex trafficking and you want to be taken legitimately, you have to now start transitioning. You have to do the way delicious transition. Become a brand now. A lot of women who led with sex to build their brand have transitioned into viable business women. I mean, Cardi B, huge transition. She transitioned very well, right? It's about that time. I'm not buying the sex trafficking thing while at the same time the next day you shaking your ass. And it's like,
I think it's very hard to sit here and say that you don't believe where somebody is coming from or what they're saying, because that's why a lot of people don't ever want to come out with the stuff that they're saying. And you can never, like I said before, you can't tell somebody how to react to their trauma. Some people may use, I guess, sex or whatever happened to them, and now that's how they feel comfortable. Like, that's what they see themselves as. Like, she clearly sees herself as a sex symbol, if that's the case, because that's what she's known that she's good for. Because it happened to her when she was young. She knows that's what people are
Okay,
looking
but
at
hold on.
her.
If that happened when she was young, why are we just hearing about it now at 34, whatever, how old she is?
I mean, some people don't ever really feel comfortable to come out with their story because there's people that say, you know, this is a bullshit story.
I got
like,
it.
why are you, you know?
That's true.
So it's hard. It's hard to really
like what he's saying,
comment on it.
What he's saying, it comes out coincidentally or not at the time of you dropping some new hot shit.
it's not a coincidence. It's the game.
So,
see, that's the thing. When you're the one dictating the rules to the game is whatever you make it.
Yeah, that's true.
We know it's the game, but we still buying the game.
So you think they sit around in a room and say, let's hatch a plan?
No, she doesn't sit around in a room.
Let's go with that.
Her life situation have allowed her to rise to the top, similar to Amber Rose, similar to other people, the men that she has had relationships with, and then the way she has taken social media and taken control of her narrative and how she want to drive her narrative, taking advantage of 5-second clips with Nicki Minaj that you might have paid for or whatever, arranged at a damn club, clips with this guy, clips with that guy, and now she has created such a following where I guess girls really want to be like her to a large extent. Now, when you're staying relevant, she came back. Her popularity's on a high level right now. She's going back into television again to take her shit to an even higher level right now, right? Yeah, her visibility and make some money on a higher level. So, yeah, she needs something like if she's dropping an album,
like
if she's writing a book,
mic drop, like
you need something. So now all she's letting you know is that whole episode is probably going to be around her trying to emotionally work through that trauma she had when she was young. There's a fuss, there's a plot.
There's going to be a therapy
Get that money, Alexis, Scott. Get that bread.
I don't know. I feel like if somebody really wants to better themselves, you're not doing that in the spotlight. You're not taking it like you, like to me, it's just, you're just trying to make money off of something. And it's like not every girl has that opportunity to make money off of her struggles and her story and trying to build and work through it. And that's what makes people not take these girls serious.
That's true. So what's different than you're not gonna notice people? Buffy the Body, Superhead, Carmen, all of these video vixens that were back in the videos.
Carmen and Troy.
All of those video vixens. What's different then than it is to now? These guys are just reincarnations of the same stuff.
They are, and that's cool. Let's go back to the Carmen for a minute, because when that happened, I think that was like 07, 06. That was Nas's baby mom, who also wrote a book, Helen Troy, and she was actually the spark for younger generation who might not know to the Nas Jay-Z beef,
right? Because
she was Nas's baby mom, and then she also had sexual relations, admittedly, in the book
with who?
With
everybody.
Hove. And with Allen Iverson. Right? I actually did an interview with her. It was me. When I had Sports Rap Radio with Fife, we had Jamel Hill on. My people's Jamel. And she actually interviewed Carmen while we, about her trials and tribulations with Nas and that. Now, she started the thing out. Then Buffy the Body with K. Slay, she was like that magazine vixen. That but you also have Melissa Ford.
So let me just give her
in that mix too. But she didn't. There was no social media for them. They had to make shit happen Then they were putting the magazines. They were putting the videos.
Like King magazine.
These girls
Source magazine.
and then after them, I would say the most significant one. You
Gloria
had
Velez.
Gloria Velez. I was about to say Gloria Velez, and then you had Amber Rose, who took it to a next level. But with them, it's about the quality of men. It was about the status of men that they dealt with. It's the Kardashian formula still.
Right. Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, little different though.
What?
Paris Hilton ran through guys because she wanted to.
She had
Paris Hilton.
Her richness was rich.
Already. Maybe Kardashians have as much money as the Hiltons now. I still think they don't.
Yeah, the Hilton.
That's different money.
You ever
Hilton
heard of
Hotel.
Paris Hilton in them?
Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton, the Hilton Hotel girls. They were popular in social media back in the day, and she used to have a battles with Lindsay Lohan called a fire crotch and all that. Remember that? That was the beginning of all this madness.
So what I'm saying, like the current ones that we have now, the social ones, the ones on social media, the ones that we mentioned before, ALEXIS, SKYY.
I mean, it's a lot.
A lot of them, right? They're no different than Buffy the Bodies of the world.
No.
Back in the days, it's just now they have more access, and social media has propelled these.
Yeah, I think the only difference now
level.
is that there isn't any there's no differentiating the women. It's not like back then when we had also intelligent women that were,
Lauryn Hills,
yes,
Erykah Badu.
Now that's all we have. In every single industry, in the music industry, Cardi, Nicki, Alexis, Ari,
one type, and that's why.
That's what everybody is striving to be. They're striving to be comfortable in their sexuality, but I think there's a line,
Lizzo.
and I think that they cross it all the time.
Lizzo got banned from wearing bathing suits on TikTok, right? So she attacked TikTok because she said they allow white women or other women to wear their bathing suits on TikTok.
3 years.
That's what you give up?
Lizzo, 3 years.
She gonna burn out?
Out of here.
It's just
as long as she's not using drugs, I think she'll be all right.
Can
That's
she
what
really,
burns
really
a lot of people out.
Can she really sing? Can she Jennifer Hudson sing?
See, but now you sound old.
Jennifer Hudson can sing for an old.
Lizzo sings well enough to have some hits.
That doesn't mean shit.
There's a lot of other things that play into her vocabulary. Let's be
like
real.
most artists nowadays.
It's hard to cancel
about
people
the talent.
because then we're canceling them because of a different reason, and it's like
What are they gonna say? Body shaming?
Yeah, and it's just hard. I don't
trash
know.
is trash.
I don't know. I just feel like living comfortably with your sexuality is one thing, but this shit is just too they took it too far.
Okay.
For me, they took it too far.
Well, that's what it is now. It's
So
but can you say that we're reverting back in time? Because then we all come on this earth butt ass naked in our birthday suits.
But I'm saying it's
there.
one thing to know that you're having sex, but it's another thing to be known for having sex. It's two different things to me.
Oh, and there's another thing to just be known, and that's all people want. Everything you said is 100% true. But there's another thing to just be known, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to just be known. Because once you're known with the social media world that we have, then you can monetize it. But like everything else, that hustle only to the top 1%. There's a lot of people trying that hustle. That's a McDonald's compared to an Amber Rose steak.
I'm gonna give you some perfect examples, and this is not those guys. Remember the guy that used to good morning to you,
Mr. Rogers?
No, the guy, social media guy. What's his name?
Good morning to you.
Yeah,
The birds.
the birds are chirping. Where's he at now? Where's the guy that said, who don't get no bitches? Where's he at now? Where's the guy, Shiggy's not as popular as he once was.
Neither is Filet.
Where's Filet?
Filet was killing. I haven't had a video from him in a minute.
So my point is, you fizzle out.
That's why you gotta get yours while you can in this industry.
And that's what
it don't
they
last
do. They
forever.
do whatever they can to get it.
The only celebrities that are lasting are people that were celebrities that are celebrities on social media, not those that became celebrities through social media.
Right, correct.
Because you gotta, again, what's that word? Transition.
Yeah, these guys are on transition, and their transition is slow and tedious, and it's not working.
You gotta transition.
All right, we're transitioning out of here on this impromptu, a different lens. J.R. Gamble.
Tragic Antagonist. What's up? You're on Urban Spotlight right now, live. I don't know what's good.
What's your name now?
Say what you gotta say.
Want me to give out your government?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Good night from Sazul. We gonna leave it at Sazul for now.
For this segment.
So we out. Different Lens, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Follow you where?
Instagram at Sazul. That's 2 U's and an underscore at the end.
You. So Mr. Social Media.
We gonna go with the Gambler 24. I don't know about the underscores in it.
Oh, cleaning for you. You want it?
What?
Y'all go get your
we got somebody chiming in right now.
Go get your stuff done and cleaning for you.
He wants an ad. Nah, bro.
We do
I give a free shout out. That's cool. I give a free shout out for watching. It's not a problem.
Team Footprints. That's me. You can follow us on a Different Lens on social medias. That's on Instagram and also Twitter. That's it. We out of here. We out of here. Deuces to everybody. Peace. Thank you guys for social media, for following us, listening to us, and all that good stuff. Bye bye. Bada bing, bada boom. We out.
Yeah, I'm from the 5 boroughs where we roll thorough. I lived in North Carolina too, no barrel. When they was swinging that Petey Pablo flag thorough, I was on MLK like, hey, ayo.